What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about ZEN, Horizen, and ZeCash for Ethan Gallstad. Ethan, we're doing this one for you, my man. Looking at this thing here, looking at it on the monthly basis, it's been around for a little while, right? Since 2017. That's nice. It's an OG coin. I don't know if I've heard of Horizen up until like the last cycle, like like on these moves, but it's been around for a while. Can't hear you're not going to know about every coin. I don't care how long, how much you delve into things. You might hear of every coin, but forget about them. Your memories, no one's memory. I don't know. Maybe not no one's memory, but most people's memories are probably not that good. But top to bottom, 1272 hit, coming back down to your 236, holding that as kind of a support zone. Sure, nice, not bad. Let's look at the weekly. Get some more immediate stuff going on. Yeah, you look like you're in an accumulation phase, really. If you were to go lower, you probably hold this low. You could give up this low or this low. You could have lower lows than those, but you probably hold that low. You might form a double bottom, like quite literally, and then move up from there. I would think you're going to go lower in the more immediate term. You do have this rejection off the 50. Rejected, you reject your overbought zone like this. You're coming lower. I would think that you do go a little bit lower. The daily looks weak. It looks sad. But you're probably just going to creep and crawl your way down there. You could hold this low. It is possible. But at the moment, for what it's worth, let's see. Oof. Okay, there we go. That's what it is. 1272, 1414, come in line pretty well with that. So you found resistance on your 1272 all the way up here, right? Like your major resistance. So maybe you find support on your 1272 down here. Probably going to about 588 to 550, something like that over time, right? It could take a month, it could take 2 months, it might happen in a week, but I would think a little bit more time than less time, Yeah, I feel pretty confident in that one, going lower, that's my genuine opinion. You've had a little bit of a breather, a little bit of strength being shown, but you can see no problem being oversold. You have a problem even getting near the overbought zone. That in itself is a testament of weakness. Rejecting the green line, even though it's sloped up like this, had a double top. Weak RSI, weak price action, you're probably going lower. That's my genuine thought. At least in the immediate term. Where are you going to go again? Probably, what was it, around $5 to $5.50? What was it? Sorry, 580 to 550 is where I think you're going. 589 to 550. I'm not even looking at the 1618. You could see the 1618. You could get a slightly lower low, but I would think one of these areas is probably going to hit. You might not see that 1618. That's my thoughts. So that's ZEN, Horizen. Let's talk about ZCash now. Oh, man, I'm tired, you guys. I hear a lot of people talking about ZCash this cycle, and I feel like I hear about it being talked about every cycle, honestly, since I've been in crypto, but I don't know what to think of this thing, man. It just goes down. It's really sad. It's a very sad chart. There we go. A little bit of upside, but still down. Maybe just like ZEN, maybe you are finding a double bottom, maybe. Let's look at the USDT chart. Where are you at, USDT? More volume down here than this all-time history chart gives us credit for. Let's use that one just because we're probably going to look at the more relative stuff anyways. Definitely a possibility for a double bottom. So you've had double bottoms before, and inevitably they played out to the downside. 1272 support. 1618 resistance or 69 resistance, working your way down. You probably do go lower. That could be your low, though, because this is Zcash. I would think you could go down to 1785, maybe 1622, maybe even all the way down here at 1430. That is possible. And here you are at about 2260 right now. Oh, so hard to say. I will say, looking at the price, taking away all that other stuff, this does look like it's smoothing out, which is kind of why I'm not 100% sure you're going to break that low. And again, I hope everybody understands when I talk about the prices that are lower, those are expected numbers. They're not necessarily expected on my behalf, but just like numbers that are given based off of expected ranges in the Fibonacci sequence, the ratios, the extension tools. As far as what I expect, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if this went lower. I'd be surprised if it went to $14, though there are prices that line up with that. But this does kind of look like it's rounding out, you know. So you might, if you go lower, maybe like literally just barely lower, you might be consolidating for a bit, and then one final flash crash down, and then up, maybe none of those things. Maybe you're about to die. Like, you know, it's really hard to say, but I do kind of like this soft curve that you have forming here near your all-time lows. It's not a bad look, to be completely fair. Decent volume. The most volume you've seen on a weekly basis came in January 8th, that week, since March 2022. Right, it's the most volume you've seen since then. So that could be a big deal, man. And that happened, you know, you were already off your all-time highs, but that kind of initiated this onslaught to the downside. So could this, maybe you're not doing it immediately, maybe you have a few more weeks of going down, just like here you had a few more weeks going up, but sooner or later you might be correcting. And now, just because I'm comparing this volume to this volume does not mean I expect this price action, but like to the opposite, right? I don't expect that. I think you're probably going to do this soft curve and continue for a little while, like multiple months, several months. You're probably going to be accumulating for a while, but you might hit this high, you might go a little bit above it, whatever, but you're probably going to wind up and then get ready to move. It probably will move up to the upside if I really had to guess. Now, the real question to ask is, will it see a new all-time high? Because I'm very doubtful on Zcash that it would. The first area that you really got to look for is $56, $57, $58. Let's call it $58. If you could break $58 on a monthly basis, we can talk about you moving up to $1.18, maybe $1.46. If you were to see new all-time highs, it'd be all the way up here. I want to look at Zcash's market cap real quick. CoinGecko. $331 million. 331. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, you could. Yeah. Yeah, it's possible, man. You can see prices above $2,000. I just, to my knowledge, Zcash has probably fizzled out, but you know, to be fair, you're looking at its all-time history here. It's a higher low. There are much worse looking charts in crypto, and for some reason, even though it's been going down, it has remained relevant. I hear a lot of people talking about it. Who knows? I myself, I'm probably not too interested in this thing. I don't really keep up with it. Maybe there's something I don't know, but you know, another kind of look, to be fair, is this is kind of like an atom, and if we get that soft curve to continue, that's a beautiful Adam and Eve, man. And with that, if this is an Adam and Eve, I mean, you could very well see prices above $1,000. You could. Now, would that happen this cycle, or could that take multiple cycles? You know, could Zcash be boring? I don't know. That would come in like during the bear cycle, so maybe it doesn't look like that, but it doesn't have to be that soft of a curve. Maybe it's like this, and then who knows, you know. I don't know. Maybe this cycle you do form some kind of lower high, get your higher low set up during the next bear market, and then the next cycle you move up higher. But maybe not, man. I don't know. Maybe you just move straight up. Who really knows? But I want to go over HZen real quick, or not HZen. Sorry, ZEN. Nope, not that one. Man, did I tell you guys I'm tired? ZEN. Because I don't know if I gave these, but if that is the low, if you don't go lower than that, 457, 1,534, ZEN, 117, yeah, it could do that. Absolutely. Yeah. You genuinely could see a $1,500 price with this thing. If not, I think at a minimum 457. If it were to see new all-time highs this cycle, and that's the question to ask. I do kind of like the chart, higher highs, higher lows, better than a lot of cryptos out there. But yeah, that's it, guys. If I had to choose which one I like more between the two, I probably do like Horizen, probably do. But you know, again with Zcash, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I don't know. You know, there's certain things that fundamentals can do to overturn like a technical analyst's opinions, but most of the time the charts overturn the fundamentals, if that makes sense. But you can't have a good coin without good fundamentals anyways, right? Even good meme coins need like some kind of good fundamentals as far as their upbringing goes. But man, I'm getting all philosophical and I'm getting sleepy, so with that I leave you. Have a good day, have a good night, take care. They're both probably going down and meandering. They're probably not going down as much as a lot of cryptos are, but meandering is what my thoughts are. Yeah. If Zcash goes down, man, if you see new lows, it might be over for Zcash. But I've got more hopes for ZEN personally. But that's it. Bye bye.